looking for, it's music. XQCL less than 3. $777 octovigentillion 777 septvigentillion 777 sexvigentillion
Real sleep. Fact. What?
2.
REM is a state of sleep where your brain frequencies are at the lowest. Symbol and dreams arise from the
Love
unconscious
from
mind.
Sweden.
Yes. Fuck.
777 mmHg 13 months Pogu.
Eight hours of sleep per night is very much for both. Yeah. Wait, what?
I am Yellowstone and I am very mad and angry at chat. I plan on wiping what? Whoops, I forgot the link. Thanks XQC.
Studies have allowed us to zero in on neutral pathways that dreams exploit, and which activating the brain burdened by dream stimuli. Once mapped, this activity can be triggered by other controlled stimuli, including via the visual cortex. The opposite effect can be induced by using the inverse of the Kleitman map. No more dreaming. This is what restful, real sleep looks like. Close workbooks and look at the screen.
8 months in and
No,
Yellowstone
2 minds are
hasn't
alike.
erupted. Pogu love the streams XQC.
This
Keep
instructional
this
video was
Pepega shit up XQCL.
set directly at the center of your television. Cortical memory. Sequence 3.
There are no faces. 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 There are no faces.
Read each phrase without reading.
What the fuck are you making me watch, you Antita nose looking Yellowstone looking motherfucker?
Good night. Most patients report a night of dreamless sleep to only one viewing of this video cassette. Consider a technician if you're experiencing delayed results from one side effects.
Those faces are what I see when I have sleeping paralysis. Please stop XQC. I'm scared. Chat hold me monko monkas monker eyes.
Jesus Christ.
XQC, stop watching immediately. This video will brainwash you and make you stop being a reaction Andy.
Okay. What is Lazap? What is Lazap?
5 months of an absolute pure juice XQCL.
Oh,
And check
I'm not
this
gonna watch that,
video,
dude.
it's pretty pog.
Okay, hold up, I have an idea. I'll show you guys something.
Watch.
Isn't that this? Oh, this is sick. Have you guys done it before? I want to do it. I'm doing it. Okay.
Oh god, oh fuck, this man is
You have to do it,
chancing
chat.
me.
Chat, you have to
If
do
he
it.
catches me, he's gonna stick his finger in my
This
ass.
video may cause temporary hallucinogenic
Okay, don't listen to this. This is retarded. Just do it.
effects. But please do not be afraid. These effects usually last a few seconds. Read aloud every letter shown in the screen center.
You have to read the
Do
letters.
not make any mistake.
What is amazing TOS, dude? What is wrong with you guys, dude? Dude, it's literally images. Relax.
Pogu.
IV. Chat, you have to do it close now. Can you not? Why you guys like TOS, dude? Stop hanging your mouse! Fuck, restarting. I'm restarting. VE. You have to be close though. It has to have all your eyes. Whoa, R, L, oh shit, D, O, F, R, E, A,
Planes go arms.
L, I, T, Y, B, U,
Ham sandwich with
T,
lettuce and extra mayo, thanks.
I, N, oh my eyes did A, W, O, R, L, D, O, F, P, E, R, C, E, P, T, I, O, N, S. Holy shit, dude! Isn't it actually crazy? Jesus, dude. I'm fucking wobbling, dude. How's that TOS, dude? Just don't look. What is that to? Again? No, not again, dude. Well, technically, there's episodes of certain... Wait. Let's say there's like a Pokemon episode, right, a while back, that could cause seizures or something like that, because it was too... You guys remember that?
Can you not ignore my donation, please? I understand if you don't want to watch
You
the
guys ever seen
video,
it
but
before?
you aren't even acknowledging
Is that even TOS, dude?
Baiting me to donate again, weird champ. New game by Until Dawn creators.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch it then. Obviously, that's pretty bad. Well, basically, it's like
Smiles.
the colors flicker too hard, right? And apparently, in some parts of the world, people that were actually watching it actually got literal seizures, and they had to stop broadcasting the episode entirely. Okay. Why are we watching just weird shit, dude?
Chat,
Show
be
for
ready
children.
To accept the sweet embrace of death. Why people happy?
Show for children.
Remember that fucking giraffe game you played? When
Yeah.
you looked at the TV for like 10 minutes. That fucked me up.
Oh shit, you're right. There's no way the other thing that they did was TOS. When we played the giraffe fucking game, and that shit fucked me up. It fucked my brain for multiple days, yes? Thanks so much, Izzy, for attending the subs. Thanks so much, Izzy, for showing up. When I was younger, I read a book that was like this, but it was drawn like a cartoon, and it was exactly like that. And
Munkor.
Like it was a skeleton, and he had to spook villagers in a city.
Thanks. I had watched that and had a fucking seizure and died.
Okay, relax. Why is the moon scared?
I swear to fuck I am about to go Karen on this entire chat. Chat hasn't even seen Karen's final form, but Karen is about to go fucking god Karen mode on this entire fucking Karen chat. Karen.
What's happening then?
Chat, please hold me Gaki hyper.
This is just weird.
This is so creepy yet cool TBH. Hi. Give this a look. XQCL. You are a poopy head. I said it XQC and chat and do not regret it.
What the fuck? Nothing even happened. That was dog shit. Okay, I'll watch the only one
Go
that
back
you guys
to when
want.
you looked in the second hole in the ground, there was a
Ah!
spooky face on the left side I don't think you saw. Munkor. XQC, if you want to understand Local 58, watch this. Hello cutie, how are you doing? Aha.
Hell yeah! Wait, is that the one with the message? I feel like we've never seen this one before. Know that I have already taken action in the company of family and loved ones. Now all Americans, every man, woman, and child are called upon to act before the moment passes by. Let our United refuse to yield. Even in defeat, we claim victory. top 3 position. What the fuck? Okay. Thanks to all the TOS frogs in chat. You guys are really funny, dude. Hi guys, everything is TOS, guys. Lol. Dude, every time I stop a video for TOS, dude, it's actually TOS. I put things that are borderline, okay, because I want to. But still, and I just spam TTS shit like a fucking bunch of cocklords.
This is Normie horror dude. Stop watching this toddler shit.
Okay, well you didn't like anything, so thankfully you didn't
Any spinners in chat? Coggers.
What is that?
Poggers, bro.
We're not watching this. This is what you good. Is it 3 yet? David.
Don't be
Yo, hey,
afraid.
hi, how's it going? Smile.
For some people, small space design is a challenge. For others,
Okay.
This is the best optical illusion ever.
Okay. Thank you for the 420.
I saw this on Trainwreck's Media Share once. Spooky ass video. Check it out. Not too long. Here you go, my friend. My biggest dono yet. Love your streams. Can't wait for more of the juice to come in the future.
Okay, there's an image of
XQCL,
horizontal and
speaking of
vertical,
the
black
juice,
and white lines.
here's a song for you.
Yeah. Some exact image will be shown at the end of this
Man,
video.
I didn't know it was Halloween already. Oh shit, do you hear that it's your ex-wife after
However,
your cheated her
At
uncle?
that point, the vertical lines will appear of a reddish tint. Those lines and a greenish tint.
Today is my birthday and Coggers is my favorite emote, and spinners in chat. Coggers.
As long as you stare at the repeating images, the destroying effect will be patience is
Whatever
key.
you do, do not look behind you. I am watching. Chat, I can see you. I am watching for some.
Whoa, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck is this, dude? Hell nah. Dude, I ain't doing this shit.
XQC, whenever you have the time, you should watch this video. It's pretty funny. Smile.
It says months. No, I'm not doing this.
Cake.
Yo, I'm not gonna do it.
Here's a link to the sub badges on Reddit so you don't think the image link is a troll.
It's been a year and a half for me, it's still there.
Anywhere champ thumbstoners?
What the fuck, dude?
Anywhere champ thumbstoners? Anywhere champ thumbstoners? Anywhere champ thumbstoners?
Okay, relax, dude. It's only a minute. Do we do it? Do it?
Chat, help me, La Goblino is in my house and he wants to fuck my ass.
There's no way, dude. There's no way, there's no, dude. There's no way it's gonna last for a month, okay, dude? This is debate. This is debate, dude. It is 100% debate.
Hey XQC, look, I drew a picture of you on Skio Smile, please look at it, it's pretty cool. Pepega clap, Pepega clap, Pepega clap, Pepega clap, Pepega clap, Pepega clap, 777 Novemgentillion 777 Octovigentillion 700.
Ah, dude, this is gonna burn my eyes.
Bigantillion 700.
It's
We could
just
chat.
colors, man.
Kubra. Watch this please. XQCL.
I'm gonna advance it. I'm advancing it. Okay, I'm only gonna look at the monitor. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it, dude. For the last 4 months, dude, fuck it. This is so dumb, dude. Why am I doing this? I'm not gonna look at the chat. Jesus Christ, that's loud. Oh my god, it's so bad. How long is this shit, dude? Jesus. I'm not missing it. I'm doing it, dude. I'm committed. I can't get back now, boys.
It is time for me to SE count 1 and 10 QC, ex-wife, and I was physically molested and abused by...
Just show them, bitch!
Look what I drew, please.
Ah, it's true! It actually works, dude! This is so dumb. This is so dumb. It actually works. I feel like I got brainwashed. What about the beginning? Fuck! You're right!
XQCL.
It's still there! I still see it! These are the ones at the beginning.
XQC, I'm sorry but chat has spoken and they want the local 58 Nexpo video.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I control the broadcast, pussy bitch.
This did
It's an
nothing for
opportunity
me.
to get
I
really
watched it all
creative.
and it did nothing.
The couple that we're about
Anyways,
to
love
meet
from
have
your
created
number
a
one
house
fan,
truck
Stevie
that you're
Wonder.
really going to have to see to believe.
I'll go back to the video.
Congrats on burning your red cones. It will take a year or two
Today,
for them to
I'm in
grow a new
Tokyo,
top
where
film
I'm about
layer.
to meet...
I'll go back and see if I actually still there then. This is dumb shit.
We're travelling around in overseas and thought about coming back to New Zealand and where we were going to live, and I remember living in this
This is fucking dumb. Chat, the thing is that the video is 31 minutes, dude. And if you stop watching in the middle, people will get mad. Okay, they'll get mad, it'll be cancer. I know that already, dude.
I watched that optical illusion video and cursed me to talk extremely fast for the
If
rest
it's
of
shut
my
off, give it.
simulated life. Holy fuck, there is no way for me to slow down when I speak openly. This video with blow your fucking mind L_.
Back in September of 2017, a YouTube channel was created by the name of Local 58. From the time of creation up to just last week, it was home to 4 found footage style newsreels that service the greater Mason County area. The central premise of these reels surrounds a strange worldwide event that seems to be taking place, compromising the very fabric of society as we know it. The channel is created by Chris Straub, known for creating various works of art and horror such as Candle Cove and Brood Hollow. While yes, these creations are notable, today we're going to be focusing on his Local 58 series that's recently made a comeback on their YouTube channel. The series originated back in 2015. Straub, whom runs a website called Chainsaw Suit, home to his Brood Hollow series of comics, made a post back in October of that year claiming that he had made a surprise over at a website called local58.info. This now defunct site would come to be our temporary home of the horror series, bearing 4 uploads over the time that the videos were being created.
Yeah.
The titles of these 4 include You Are on the Fastest Available Route, Weather Service, Station ID, and Contingency. As of last month, one more video was uploaded to the channel called Show for Children. Each one of them tells a particular story referencing some sort of apocalypse, and all of these seem to be connected. Before we dive into some theories, however, I'd like to walk you through each one.
This is trash, dude. This is honestly just trash. I know I dodged it when I see one, dude. It's like it's
There
theories,
are so many
dude.
voices in my head.
Okay, is this still like that now? Dude, it's still fucking there, dude. No, it's not. It's not in my head, dude. Is it? It's not.
Next Po video is too long and boring,
I
so
still
instead
see it.
let's watch fucking Color Stripes. Holy shit content pog.
Every man has a demon within that ruins his life. The worst thing would be not to realize it. Or even worse, be cowardly to accept it and remain a slave.
Wait, you bring your icons? Wait, are you fucking kidding, dude?
Hi XQC, please watch this Cicada 3301
Nah, I'm
video.
getting debated.
Lobotomized by this shitty artificial intelligence.
Open your mind.
What is the video? We've seen Cicada before.
Cursed videos Muncor. Follow.
What is this cursed shit, dude? Okay. Boys.
Just let me know.
On the
Dude, we've watched this before, dude. We've seen it before, dude. It's a long video, but it's pretty good.
Let's speculate for a moment.
What is Riddle?
Let's
If I ever met you Earl, it'd be a coin flip between hugging you or punching you in your fucking schnoz.
Okay, that's
XQCL, I guess.
weird, dude.
There is one very deep place on our planet. It is called the Mariana Trench.
Oh, we've seen this video before. Holy shit. Why isn't it highlighted?
I really hope we could, because I don't wanna be in trouble. I'm a good collage boy. Wide peepo sad.
Imagine suddenly awakening to hellish pain. Think of the unbearable horror when you try to
Hello
scream,
PVC
but
for
your
survival
voice...
situations and chat.
This
Tonight I
is
have
pretty
some
scary.
huge juicer news.
I don't know about this.
My juicer shirt that I ordered finally came in today and I just got home from work and opened it
These are
up.
all images from movies,
Actually
right?
good quality and sizing. Love you PVC. Love you chat. XQCL.
Yes.
doesn't obey. It's then that you realize that your entire body is paralyzed. There's only one thought that comes to mind: to die as soon as possible and rid yourself of this nightmarish torment. This isn't a scene from a documentary about the atrocities of the Gestapo or the Mafia. Any of us could experience such a horrendous sensation during a routine medical operation. Every year, more than 21 million people across the world undergo routine surgery and receive general anesthesia. Usually, during an operation, patients sleep throughout without feeling a thing. However, also...
Okay, that is it. Okay, chat, last time you did, I thought we were playing games, dude.
In 1970, a British mathematician named John Conway created a...
Dude, why are you guys linking all this fucking simulation shit, dude? Why can't we just go to the happy videos? Can we watch a happy video, dude? Happy video, okay? So we can all smile, dude. Fuck, man. There you go. Let's play the fucking video, dude.
Keep walking, keep walking.
Righteous! Whoa! Come on, come on!
How's that happy, dude? This looks like bad news. Dumbass.
There have been studies done that inducting, or viewing the colored illusion patterns for 10 to 15 minutes can result in an effect lasting up to 3 months. That optical illusion video was about 5 months, so it might last a month or 2 for you.
Yo, shut up, dude. Dude, it's not real.
Not happy but a feeling complicated.
Dude, stop. I'm done. Just link it then, link it. Yeah, I still see it, so what? Okay. Okay, dude.
It is all over your face. Did you eat lipstick? What is that? What did you do?
It's amazing to be subbed for 6 months. You're nasty. Keep being you.
I hate babies, dude.
Hi Felix, smile.
What's up, dude? Oh, that's cute as hell, dude. Pog! What face? Oh, it's little Bambi.
Search black and white weaved lines in Google Images. It happens to all of them, not just the one on the video.
Just link me an article or something like that, dude, so I can see it, dude. I didn't burn my eyes. It's probably gonna last like 20 minutes, dude.
Much love, my doggy. Thanks for all the COMIGLONT and XQCL.
Okay, don't do that anymore. Okay,
Play Nate 420 on YouTube. I promise he will make you smile. Smile.
Jiggle a little bit.
Is that a fucking rat?
You don't
Hey
have a
XQC,
boyfriend.
you should watch this vid. It's pretty spooky.
You don't have a boyfriend.
XQCL.
I do.
You're not allowed to have a boyfriend till you're 50.
Good one, dude.
The candidates for president this year.
Google on stream. I think it's I will look like a fool. Fuck, you guys were right. Are you fucking kidding, dude?
Optical illusion does to your brain. It's a short video.
Okay.
There is an idea in literature called harmful sensation. The idea that a sight, a pernicious idea, a sound, a song, can get into your head and stay there for a very long time and actually do you harm. Pernicious earworms aside, there is actually a real thing. Something like, say, these railings, all the time, for anything up to 3 months. The McCulloch effect is a very rare thing. It's quite scary. It's a real image that can lock into your
Hello,
brain,
Mr. Felix.
change the way
You
it
missed
works,
my big juice
and
of
stick
stone
around for a
donation
good while. It
earlier
is
when
a
you were
real
watching
harmful
that optical
sensation,
illusion
and that
video.
is something
I'm
quite
sorry to
scary
donate
that
again
you
and
might
let
not
you
have known.
know.
What the actual fuck, dude? Holy shit.
The Avenue of the Americas.
Chat, we're saved, okay? Relax, dude. Stop being a bunch of hoes, okay? We
One of
watched it for literally a minute, okay? It lasts like hours, okay? Chill.
Most important streets in New York. Over there is the famous Radio City Music Hall, and over there are 2 canisters of liquid nitrogen sitting entirely undefended on the street. And yes, that sounds a little bit odd. There are plenty of folks walking by and wondering, should those be there? And plenty more folks walking by and not noticing them at all. So it seems strange,
Wait,
and I
if
looked
I
it up,
just
and it turns
subscribed,
out they
does that
belong
mean
to
you're
one
a
of the phone
subscriber?
companies.
Three
See, there's a lot
head,
of
three
steam
head.
and water underground in New York from municipal heating systems and water pipes and all sorts of things. And those phone wires can get very, very wet and, well, fall apart. Every 3 days, someone from the phone company comes around here, replaces those canisters of liquid nitrogen with new ones, and that nitrogen is constantly vented through the tunnels that contain the phone wires in order to keep them dry and away from oxygen and moistness. The coldness is just a side effect of how you need to store that much nitrogen. And, well, it
Wait.
seems unsafe, doesn't it? But
does, yeah.
I looked it up. There have apparently never been any incidents with it, and in the
Equals
event
brain
that one of
damage
the many,
incorporated.
many
Omega
vehicles
Up
on this
on
busy,
you,
busy
up on
road
you, up.
crashes into them, apparently it would just cause a little bit of venting and outgassing. It seems strange, but there are many things in every city that seem strange, and liquid nitrogen on the streets is one of the minor ones. Welcome to New York.
Just, okay. Chat, I thought we're gonna play some games, boys. There's a bit of, okay, chat, I'll do one more of those. These are actually pretty interesting.
In the middle of the 19th century, London had a problem. It had too many
Chat help
dead
the red stoplight side
and not
green
nearly
now
enough
and the green
burial
light is
plots.
red and I'm
Recently,
driving
deceased
upside
bodies were
down
having to
so
be
now I'm
exhumed
confused.
and then scattered in order to make room for more people to be put in the ground. Now that was obviously an enormous health risk. That contributed to cholera
Watch this
epidemics, which
video,
in turn
XQC
contributed
monkeys.
to more dead people. And so 2 industrialists came up with an audacious plan. They would build Europe's largest cemetery,
Chat, holy
20
fucking
miles
shit, there's
outside
a
London
pale skinny
in Brooklyn,
goblin in
and
my
they would
bed
run
with my
trains from there to here, to this terminus here in Waterloo, and it would be the London Necropolis Railway. There would be
You know what
first
else
class
was red and
funerals and
green?
second-class funerals
There
and
are no
third-class
faces.
funerals, which at least
There are no
guaranteed you
faces.
a grave
There are
site,
no
which was
faces.
cut above
There
the
are no
mass
faces.
graves that London was
There are
using
no-
at the time for the dead that couldn't afford anything better. And here is the astonishing thing, the thing you might not know. It worked. The London Necropolis Railway was a real thing for nearly a century. The first train ran in 1854, and while the motor car started to become popular, did diminish the service in the 20th century, it ran into World War II. The only thing that stopped it was the bombing out
Hope you
of the
enjoyed
railway
watching
tracks
that video
and
on
this
stream.
whole area during
We,
the
among
Blitz.
other people,
If
will
those
be
tracks
taking
hadn't been
legal
bombed out,
actions for
theoretically,
damaging our
you could
lives. See you in court, Goblin. Up will you?
Listen, dude. I played the video for like a minute, dude. If you looped it, and that's your fucking fault, retard. That is your fault, dude.
Hearse trains going
If you
out.
looped it, well, you're fucking
That
stupid.
is something you might not have known.
Okay. Ah, I still say dude.
Yo XQC, PVC,
Chat.
AMD, HGTV, BBTV,
Chat. What do you think is a good default to a game?
MLG,
CS,
CMT,
or Fortnite?
Bet, you've. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a chuck could chuck woodchuck would one fish two?
Okay.
Fish red,
I'll play
fish
CS,
blue,
fuck it.
fish.
Future is here. My man Zion in the flesh, chilling with the game after I just got smashed by the game.
What the fuck is this?
So cool, so cool, so cool. Ooh, so cool, so cool, so cool. Yeah, so cool, so cool, so cool. Ooh,
Pepe's
so cool.
red monkers,
Yeah.
Pepe's red
So
monkers,
cool.
Pepe's
Yeah.
red monkers, Pepe's red monkers.
What's happening, boy? Packing cool kids, ish, y'all, boy. See this going on?
Dude, what the fuck is this? This is hot dog shit. Okay, chat, I'm logging in my account anyway. Hold up. Yeah, it's a vlog, dude. Chat, just put some CS before we go to bed. And we'll call it a day. My fucking phone won't boot up, dude. This is a disaster. Risk of rain.
The stop signs are green. WTF chat.
I have to charge my phone, so we have to watch more. Okay. I'm sure there's something we didn't play yet. Okay, Ultra Video Among Us, this is what we did. What is this? Okay, let me just plug my phone so I can log into Steam.
Back in November, I mentioned that I was discontinuing my Unnerving YouTube channels and Unnerving YouTube videos mini-series to a mixed response. I told you guys not to worry, and that's because what you're about to watch is its direct and far improved replacement. Welcome to episode 1 of Disturbing Things from Around the Internet. This is essentially a one-stop shop for creepy finds that I might have stumbled upon
XQC,
recently
I
while
can't
browsing
believe
online.
this. I just took
We'll
off
dive
my
into
pants
not
and
only
my
creepy things
nutsack is
from
black and
YouTube,
green
but
stripe.
from all
Please
over
tell
the
me
net
what
as
you...
well. Today, we're going to dive into 5 hand-picked and disturbing finds from the internet. The recent Hawaii missile scare is one of the most unsettling real-life occurrences to happen in a long time. Back in my Unnerving YouTube videos series, I included an entry about an emergency alert and how disturbing they sound. This is essentially
serious
that,
vodka.
but this time, it was for real. Hawaii's residents went into a state of panic following this broadcast, and there were all sorts of goodbyes being given due to the anticipation of all of their lives possibly being wiped out as time ticks closer and closer to the missile's estimated time of arrival,
What
which
the
was
fuck?
said to be just minutes from when the alert went live. Fortunately, this entire fiasco merely turned out to be a false alarm. The footage that residents took during the situation, however, is entirely disturbing. Take a look at some of it.
to Hawaii. A missile may impact on land or sea within minutes. This is not a drill. If you are indoors, stay indoors. If you are outdoors, seek immediate shelter in a building.
Jesus Christ! Dude, what year was this in, dude? Why is this guy filming with a fucking calculator?
If you're watching this video, that means I didn't make it. Because of the missile that's coming towards Hawaii. I just parted the last hole, and I just hit the shiznik out of my ball. So, I love you all, but I'm playing golf. It's the last thing I'm gonna do.
There is a channel called Horror Stories on YouTube that has really good short videos about spooky shit.
A missile may impact on land or sea within minutes. This is not a drill. If you are indoors,
Stop watching this spooky shit, you fucking Pepeka 7.
get shelter in a building. Remain indoors well away from windows. If you are driving, pull safely to the side of the road and seek shelter in a building or lay on the floor. We will announce when the threat has ended.
Jesus.
The sheer terror that comes with an emergency alert, coupled with the idea that these residents believed that they only had a few more minutes to live, really puts things into perspective here.
I don't know what they
such an
did,
isolated
dude.
state, and if there ever truly were an event like this that were to happen, these people would have absolutely nowhere to go.
Challenge honest, dude. Dude. You just run up in the street and just yell, yeah, I'm a virgin, dude, I'm not about that.
Feels bad, man.
And he wants to fuck. And it, dude, that's what I would do anyway. Dude, it happened for sure. Dude, these are like last minute scenarios, dude.
I found this gym way back when I first started Nightmare Expo, and I never really could fit it into any list until now. This entry revolves around a Facebook post made by a user named Brandon regarding someone harassing his grandmother. He claims that the person is watching her house, putting a radio up to her window, and knocking on her door at 4 a.m. He then goes on to explain that him and various relatives have stayed with the grandma to help keep her calm, and that police have been patrolling the area on various occasions for them.
Jesus.
After this, he then states that he set up a deer cam outside of her house to potentially catch whoever this person is. And they caught this. This man or woman knows what they're doing, he says. If anyone recognizes this face, please contact me. Please help. After scrolling through the various comments asking for updates from Brandon, he claims that, to this day, nothing has happened. Either this person realized that they were caught, are potentially going to return sometime in the future, or this is a hoax. If it's real
Jesus.
though, it's pretty hard not to be unnerved by the idea that somebody knowingly stuck their face in your security camera to taunt you, since they're watching you.
So when is the 10-gallon hat stream?
This YouTube video showed up in my recommended feed a few months back, and I've seen it a couple of times since then. It involves a family's venture as a tornado
really
rips
love
through
your
their
new
house.
blue hair, looks great.
It opens with the husband
Smile.
filming a tornado
Oh
a
shit,
short
my eyes
distance
hurt.
away, and after a few seconds, it's evident that the storm is moving straight towards them. He then proceeds with his wife to the closet under the stairs, and the
Hello,
terror that
XQC.
follows is
Apparently, if you tilt your
much
head
more
on the
real than
optical
anything out of a
illusion, it
horror
goes
movie.
away. No
Look
debate,
at this.
I saw it in the internet.
What?
XQC what?
Holy shit. Holy moly. Alright.
I'm not a Warhammer fan whatsoever, but my roomie showed me this video. The animation and shit is pretty fucking dope.
Alright, I gotta go. I'm coming, honey. Shit, where you at, hon? God damn, it's bad. I see.
Yo, can we show this is okay, chat. I'm actually gonna pause this. It's actually dog shit. By the way, yo, listen, dude, fishy, dude. I'm not gonna play videos anymore, dude. I'm just not gonna click them anymore. You're just All you do is just say, yo, dude, fuck you, dude, you piece of shit, dude, to play a video, bitch, law, dude, retard. I'm not gonna click them anymore, dude. Fuck off. Oh shit, dude. Jesus Christ, this is scary, dude. Oh, they're fine.
Don't go out there. No, not yet. No. Oh. Oh my God. Our house is freaking destroyed, Josie.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Well, that's kind of just sad, though.
Where's Autumn? Oh.
No, Chash, look at the top.
Oh, shit.
Came here to sub, then sleep.
The way that they kept their composure after an event like that is absolutely mind-boggling, and if that were me, I don't think I'd be able to stay that calm. The sounds of the tornado alone are enough to put a horrific image into our minds, and the aftermath of their home is nothing short of grim and depressing.
Yo, and y'all motherfuckers, dude, where in America, dude, you guys don't build basements, and who the fuck knows why? Why do you guys not build some fucking
This video
basements?
isn't anything like a movie. It's genuine and unfiltered, and I can only hope that this family successfully recovered.
If some tornado came here,
No
I
matter
just
what
died.
kind of storm it is, this really is something that can happen to any of us, at any time. This is another Facebook post that went live on October 3rd. A user by the name of Terry made a post asking people if they heard the eerie radio broadcast that went live on nearly every station in Louisiana. She claimed that she couldn't find anything on the news regarding the matter, and that after reaching out to other individuals who posted videos of the same thing, determined that this was happening all over the US. This is what they heard.
Wait, the what? Okay, chat, am I wrong, or are those, okay, those are like signals that like bounce off something and then come back or something like that? Jesus. This guy filmed that with a potato, and he put it on his TV, and he filmed it with his Nokia, and the whole thing was recorded on his printer. That's what we're seeing here, boys.
This guy sounds like the depressed
Now,
daily dose of
it
internet.
sounds like a distorted voice naming off states, and hearing it obviously raises alarm. Allegedly, according to radio broadcast stations, this was an emergency alert test that was
If you
sent
see
out,
any
and
car accidents
apparently
in the news
this
that
happens all the
occurred
time.
because someone ran a red light
The
or
stations
stop
claim
sign,
that
I
it's
guess
due to a
we'll know
difference in
it's one of
sampling
your
rate from
viewers
the
over
raw
the alarm.
broadcast to the radio station. If they're out of sync, it causes creepy distortion like you just heard. This is, of course, what the radio stations claim. What was actually being broadcasted, however, is to be determined.
Spooky. Uh-oh. Fun time kids care.
This was a very interesting thing to follow. Back in 2015, a Reddit post was
5
made in the
months,
conspiracy
my doggy.
subreddit by a user claiming that they lived very close to a supposed daycare that had an extremely strange look to it, and in all 5 years of them living there, have never seen a kid arrive or leave. As expected, this struck interest in Redditors, and people started throwing in suggestions for what it could be.
Money
Some
laundering.
claim that it could be a money laundering center, while others suggested that it could be used for child trafficking. There was
Oh,
also,
what? No.
of course, a group that believed that this was simply a real daycare and that there's nothing more to see. Things got interesting though when one user named Deathship commented
dude.
this: "I'm going to advise you guys to stop looking into this place." This just drove the interest in the building up even more. After looking into Deathship's background, they came to the consensus that he's potentially just a troll trying to scare people. However, that doesn't discount the other comments left by users claiming the same thing that the original poster did: that they live in the area and have never seen a kid come in or out in years. They also went to the Funtime Kids Care website and described it as being super sketchy and plain, with a bunch of stock images and a phone number. When people decided to call it, they were either sent a voicemail or a lady would answer in a very eerie
Better go
tone
incognito
before
by
hanging up
adding a
on
phone
them.
number that has to work or
One other
people
user
will come
claimed that it's
knocking.
indeed a real
But I
daycare
know
and that they
so
used to be a
scary.
mail carrier for that neighborhood. However, one part of their response was a little strange. They said that it is in fact full of kids, but every single time that they deliver mail, no matter the time of day, it would always be nap time.
Okay, this
Pretty
is
strange
good.
stuff, but that's not even the end of it. People took to Google Maps Street View to check out the place, and they determined that the windows to the daycare have been covered up for years and have hardly ever changed. One of the few instances of somebody being outside of the building is one snapshot that a user caught where someone is out in the backyard for some reason or another. This led to even more speculation, prompting people to check out the place in person, which quickly became a large problem. One Redditor claimed that they traveled to visit the daycare, and at night, when they got a glimpse inside, they saw nothing but a chair aimed at a TV, showing surveillance footage of another room. Of course, many other people visited the daycare,
Sure, man.
even during, quote, operating hours, to try to get a peek into their windows. This led to another large issue in itself regarding grown adults trespassing on a private property to peek into a window of a supposed daycare with supposed children. People even began taking photos of the few children that they saw outside the place. This inevitably led to an even larger
Dozens of
issue, so police
footprints in
began to monitor the
playground
place,
sand.
and
Must
Redditors
be
were
ghosts,
urged to stay
Kappa.
away. One person managed to get pictures of the inside, and it seemed pretty ordinary.
Legit, that place is right next to
After
my
doing
house.
even
The
more
address
digging
is
on the place,
1300
Redditors dug up the owner's
South
name,
SLC
and it's
in one
rumored
block
that the building
away.
owner purchased the daycare for his mother to give her
Please don't donate your fucking address, dude. That'd be nice, dude. Thanks at 5.
something to do with her time. Allegedly, she's been running the daycare for years, even though they have multiple violations on their state record. This is, of course, speculation and determinations from Reddit, so take these with a grain of salt. All in all, the general consensus is that this is indeed a normal daycare. A strange, eerie, and creepy one, but a daycare nonetheless.
Why don't they just send somebody, some reporter, dude? Like, make a story on fucking 5 people who have children that go there, dude, so we could, and then just report on it, like with Vice or some shit like that.
Think happy thoughts, chat wide.
Can't
people
Vice be
happy.
fucking useful for once? Fucking hippie, fucking Instagram addict dog shit. Chat, listen, dude. I've seen enough of this shit. I've seen enough green, red, white, and black horizontal and vertical bars that'll fuck up my eyes and get me banned. I have
Irmo Mugly,
seen enough
California.
daycare weird dog shit. I'm done with this, dude. I'm done.
As the manager to the kids' daycare, we are not hiding kids, we are hiding your huge fucking nose. CHCH chat MSCSC scared.
Jesus fucking Christ. I'm not doing it.
I live about 2 miles off of 101. 20 steps to the left, right next to the Nissan dealership. Smile.
Welcome back to Disturbing Things from Around the Internet.
Red,
If you
what's
recall,
your problem,
this
Red?
is my one-stop shop for bite-sized creepy finds that I've recently stumbled upon. Just last month, we covered a wide array of disturbing things, ranging from Facebook posts to Reddit conspiracies. Today will be no different. It's time to dive into 5 more hand-picked and disturbing things from the internet.
Every time chat types a 7, another
Back in
child is kidnapped
2010,
by the Lion
there
Green
existed
House.
a Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan forum called the Bloody Board. It seemed to have been thriving for quite a few years, with posts dating way back to 2004. Jamie Marsters, a play on the name James Marsters, an actor on the show, ran this forum that contained over 40,000 posts. Everything seems fine here, right?
40k posts?
Well, the scope of things takes a pretty big 180 when you realize that the forum had only one active member, Jamie Marsters herself. Each of these conversations were simply her talking to herself, and the topics ranged anywhere from fan meetups to the show's schedule.
What the fuck?
The peculiar thing about this is the math that comes with it. To keep up with the number of topics that were found on the forum, Jamie would have to have posted once every 84 minutes, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for 6 years. Alone. No matter her motive, it's just a little strange.
Jesus Christ. No
Theories have been
shit,
thrown up
dude.
that Jamie is a crazy superfan, and others believe that this entire thing was run by a bot. This actually leads to my next point. Unfortunately, in October of 2010,
Adderall epidemic
an
feels
article
weird, man.
called "The 7 Most Unintentionally Creepy Places on the Internet" was posted by the website Cracked, and as you might have guessed, this board was on that list. What ensued afterwards was an endless barrage of people storming the board, posting vulgarities, pornography, and other unrelated, undesirable content. It's estimated that a total of 36,753 people flooded the place in the
I love
short
you,
span of
you make
24
me laugh.
hours.
Jesus.
You have big
After logging in and being
Ha
surprised
ha.
with the endless barrage of posts, Jamie ended up shutting down the board, casting it into internet oblivion. It turns out that Jamie
Hey,
had used this
XQC,
forum as a
I'm
sort
a
of
very
news
big
hub for
fan
the
and
show,
am
so
shitting
she
my
could keep up
pants
with
typing
articles
this
about
right
meetups and conventions. The thing is, how big of a fan do you really have to be to make 40,000 posts to yourself?
I don't know. What do we care, dude? He can do whatever he wants on his fucking spare time. I think we're weirder to give a fuck about all this
my
shit, dude.
doggy, is what happens when an immovable object meets
Yep, that's
an
what I think.
immovable force.
In July of last year, a Facebook post was made by a user named Kiana, who claimed to have had weird things happen to her for a while. She claims that about 3 years ago, I took this photo and
Hold
realized
on,
that
chat. Let me think about this. We're all sitting here judging a dude writing 40,000 posts, right? On a fucking forum, dude. Yet we'll justify spending thousands of hours of playing the same fucking game on the same fucking map using the same fucking guns over years of lifespan.
there was a face in
Yep.
the background. People said that it was my younger sibling or someone else at home, and it wasn't. Even if it was, I was using front-facing flash, and dark-skinned people like me and my brother don't show up in the dark when using front-facing flash. Anyway, people thought it was a lie, and it never was. Little things happen here and there, like my lights shutting off when I knew I had them on, or things moving right in front of my eyes. I try to ignore them, but tonight, I just so happened to be recording what I thought was a cute video of me petting my cat, and then you see my cat jump. The photo in question is this. If you're unable to see what she's talking about in the circle, I've done some enhancing for you. Now, for the video.
All right. It was just close to falling, dude. And the small shockwave that the cat made it do that. Okay, relax.
Whatever you make of this is up to you.
Well, all these videos
In
are...
1978, An Australian pilot named Fred Valentich was flying over the Bass Strait in Australia and ended up disappearing under mysterious circumstances. To give some quick background, Fred held a Class 4 instrument rating with over 150 hours of flight time. He was also known as a pretty big UFO enthusiast. He embarked on a nighttime training flight over a 125-mile span of the Bass Strait on October 21st, 1978. Midway through his flight, he contacted air traffic control about an aircraft that was accompanying him. He claimed that the craft was flying at about 1,000 feet above him and seemed to be taunting him. The disturbing part is, his last words from the transmission were, "It's not an aircraft." A recreation of the flight transcript has been made, and is as follows.
This is Delta Sierra Juliet. Is there any known traffic below 5,000 feet? No known traffic. Seems to be a large aircraft below 5,000 feet. What type of aircraft is it? I cannot confirm. It's four bright, seems to be like landing lights. Can you describe the aircraft? As it's flying past, it's a long shape. Cannot identify it. It has such speed. It's before me right now, Melbourne. How large would the object be? Seems like it's stationary. What it's doing right now is orbiting. The thing is just orbiting on top of me. It's also got a green light and a sort of metallic, like, it's shiny on the outside.
Why is that a recreation or is it real?
It's just vanished. That strange aircraft's hovering on top of me again. It's hovering and it's not an aircraft.
Many theories have been made regarding what he was actually seeing. These theories range from an actual UFO sighting to the possibility of Fred becoming disoriented and flying upside down. The latter seems very possible, given the fact that this occurred at nighttime. He could have very well been looking up at his own lights as they were reflected in the ocean. The one thing that unnerves me about this, though, is the fact that he made claims about it flying in front and behind him, and also that the lights he saw were green, when his craft had no green lights at all. The entire incident is intriguing as all hell, and a solid explanation is yet to be given. In 2014, model and fashion designer Lauren Scott was found dead in her New York apartment. She died by hanging herself with an improvised satin noose.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
While this death is tragic, the incidents that followed were nothing short of chilling. Lauren was known for scheduling Facebook posts and tweets for her audience. After her confirmed death, her accounts were still sending out updates, and her PR team did little to stop it before any sort of backlash. The strangest part about this story lies with her scheduled Facebook post. Hours after her body was discovered, this image was published to her page showing dresses hanging from a tree. It shocked many people and also led them to believe that this was another celebrity death hoax. However, it wasn't. This was very real, and strangely, the image that she had scheduled to upload was, given the circumstances, nothing short of unnerving.
Okay, this is just kind of weird. These are actually kind of weird. I'm not scared.
There exists a channel that goes by Human Being 15 that has only one upload to date. In this 9-minute video, you're met with what initially seems like a random, ordinary person rummaging through some old notebooks and storage. Things begin to take a strange turn when you realize what this channel is trying to convey. Let's see if you can spot what's off about this before we go any further.
Oh, that's a lot of notebooks.
QOL Goblino, put your big fat schnozer on your mouse and play Overwatch you Pepega 700.
Why is there so many fucking notebooks?
As we just saw, at about 2 minutes into the video, the camera panned across a poster that says, "Mr. Diddy, all this hard work I have done for you." The same thing actually happens at 3 minutes and 21 seconds. We then are shown hundreds upon hundreds of other notebooks that this person's got stockpiled in one of his rooms, and at about
Chat, these are only notebooks, but that would be pretty fucking expensive, right? If you were to buy
6
those.
minutes and 20 seconds in, we're finally shown what's in one of the books. It's the phrases, "Please Mr. P. Diddy, please respond," and "Brother Diddy, please accept," over and over and over. Human Being 15 then goes forth to show us more of his stockpiled notebooks before the video ends. Allegedly, this video is a re-upload from their previous channel, namely titled Human Being 151. The creator would go by the name Insomniac and had over 1,000 videos showing this sort of behavior. His video titles ranged from things such as "Diddy Dear Diddy Please Read This" to "Diddy TV Official." There were
Who's
even
Diddy?
some that had song lyrics in the title, presumably to somehow gain his attention. According to the site Cracked, which we mentioned earlier, whom at the time had access to his endless library of videos,
XQC.
the content on Human Being 151's channel started with insanity from the very first video and went downhill from there. While the original channel has long been deleted, at least we have this re-upload which tells us all that we really need to know about the kind of guy Human Being was. Obviously, this guy has an indivisible obsession with the hip-hop artist P. Diddy.
It's the ghost of P.
Why him
Diddy's
out of
mother
all
making
people?
sure he has
I
plenty
really
of fresh
couldn't tell you,
notebooks to
but this
finish
guy
his
clearly
homework, Monko.
What if he practiced knowing where every single notebook that he wrote on is, right? And it's just his dad works at like some local shop and has those like for when like the school opens, right? And they sell them and shit like that. So he has all the stockpile.
Or some shit.
He wanted to be noticed and went to extreme lengths to get his attention in the most disturbing manner possible. And there you have it. We just dove into 5 more disturbing things from around the internet. Now before you go, I want to present a challenge to you guys. If you
Got
have
hacked
any
and the hacker
disturbing
sub
things
to
that you know of
Resident
for
Sleeper
part 3 of this
Moon, but
series,
I'm back.
please submit them to either my subreddit or tweet at me with the hashtag DTFAI. I'll fish through your recommendations and will credit you as
Chat, dude. This is just kind of scary, dude. It's not scary. It's just kind of like it's like I'm in a good mood. It's not in a good mood, dude. Guys, I'm having a good day, man. I had a good day. Now my day's kind of ruined with this fucking,
Chat, type wide peepo happy to make the spooky things go away. Wide peepo happy clap. Here is free Twitch sub since I need my GTA money and there aren't any better streams. K-Tanks. Hey XQC.
Welcome
I think
back to
you're a bigger
disturbing things from
influence
around
on
the
people
internet.
than you think.
If you're new to
you
the
make a lot
series,
of people
this
stay
is my
better.
one.
You give people hope who are lost. Please keep doing you.
I know how to do that,
love
but thanks
your
for the
streams,
fire,
man.
most shows.
You'll look back in 10 years and realize it more than ever. XQCL.
Nice man. Chat, listen, dude. I'll watch it, dude. I'll watch it. But okay, I'll watch it.
One-stop shop for disturbing finds that I've come across online. This is part 3, so if you haven't yet, definitely go check out volume 1 and 2 on my channel. Trust me,
turn off the lights.
you won't be let down.
Y'all gonna
Anyway,
be nice when we play
I hope you
sleeper
guys are
games.
strapped in,
When we play
because
sleeper
today's
games, y'all
installment
gonna watch it,
is
not come at us
absolutely
fucking
the
hoes,
darkest
dude.
and
Y'all
most
gonna follow the
sinister
channel.
incident
You gotta
to
be nice in the comments, dude. You
It's
gotta
time,
like, stop the likes and
once
follow.
more,
Fucking on,
to
dude.
dive into 5 more hand-picked and disturbing things from the internet.
There. Now we have a trade.
For the past few years, there's been a severe ongoing water crisis in the city of Cape Town, South Africa. In short, The city is slated to be the first major region in the world to run completely out of drinking water. Ever. Back in 2015, a drought began resulting in severe water shortage, and since then, the city has slowly been going through cycles of water recovery and rapid declination with an obvious downward trend. Unfortunately, going by these statistics, a life-threatening problem will inevitably be upon them. Cape Town and its residents are currently bracing for what they're calling a Day Zero, which is essentially when the water reserves in the region become so low that the municipal water supply would become so heavily regulated that citizens would only be allowed a maximum of just 7 gallons of water to live off of per day.
Jesus.
The dreaded date, which was designated in October of last year, has been shifted back and forth. It was originally supposed to be April 21st. That was recently changed to April 12th. Then 16th, then May 11th. Luckily, they bought themselves some time due to severe water limitations that have been put in place in the region. Currently, citizens are only allowed 13 gallons of water per day maximum, and various measures, such as water reduction for crops and the patching of massive leaking pipes, have been put in place in an effort to conserve every last drop. The reasons behind this have been debated back and forth, ranging from bad governing to climate change to wasteful use by citizens. Unfortunately, little can be done about this massive crisis, and residents have already been rushing to supermarkets to stock up on all the water that they can. It's heartbreaking and completely crazy to watch this happen in the news, and to think about how this would be handled if it were to happen to you or me. The majority of these people can't just afford to up and move out of the area, and I'm sure that most of us, myself included, wouldn't be able to either.
Alright. They just moved in this.
Phenomenon, or by its English translation, Space Phenomenon, is a video that was recommended to me by a user on Twitter. They claim that they found it in the related videos section while watching a video about a French book that they read. After I saw their suggestion, I took a look, because why not?
30 views.
Well, what I saw was pretty surprising and pretty disturbing. Look at this.
Okay. Oh, it's not over. What the fuck am I watching? Alright.
Like we established,
it's like some art project.
To space phenomenon, and this video seems to be a strange art project about the term. We begin to notice a recurring pattern. Those two words, the date January 1st, 2009, and a few phrases that read 17 UHR, Landworcester, 55, Darmstadt. Now I know I probably butchered those and I apologize. Anyway, it seems that it's trying to tell us space
Art School Force and Dead.
January 1st, 2009, 5 p.m. in Landworcester and Darmstadt, Germany. Unfortunately, doing any digging on that date in history brought up little to nothing regarding any events involving space exploration or anything of the sort in these German cities. Honestly, the way that they present this video is just strange to me, and really leaves me wondering what the meaning truly is behind all the bizarre imagery and terms that they're throwing at us. The entire channel as a whole is just plain weird. The name is this, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it because I'm just going to butcher it. And they seem to post strange
It's obviously Trimmerzehe.
and obscure art style videos that seem to make little to no sense at all. Also, they're in German, so it adds another level of obscurity given that you don't speak the language. All in all, the channel, while old, definitely deserves a look. Their content, much like Space Phenomenon, is filled with secrets that just might have a little more to them than we think.
I hear it. I'm giving not call and see.
This third entry involves yet another creepy Twitter saga that's been unfolding recently. The Sun Vanished is a very strange Twitter account that went live around 2 weeks ago. The story surrounds a person who's stuck in their house while they document their life as the sun is completely gone, with no signs of coming back. The account tweets daily, and each one seems to add a notable plot point to the story. Since its inception, the Twitter profile has garnered significant attention, and I'd just like to walk you through some of the notable points in this story, since it definitely is intriguing and completely disturbing. The story opens as such. Help. It's late in the morning, and it's still dark outside. Where is the sun?
Praise it. Praise the sun. Ow.
Panic is taking hold on the nation in response to the sudden disappearance of the sun, with violent riots taking place in just about every major city. We are receiving an influx of reports of ransacking and looting from New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Dallas, and Washington, D.C., with hundreds more isolated incidents coming in hourly. The president made a public statement this morning urging people to remain calm and stay in their homes.
What?
Experts are claiming this phenomenon to be an event similar to New England's Dark Day in 1780, and that things will return.
The power keeps going out, and I keep hearing noises outside. Sometimes far away.
It's like some role player.
I can't sleep. I think the noises outside are gunshots. I went outside. I saw something out there I can't really
This is some
explain,
retarded.
but I can show you.
This one is just dumb, dude. Dude, it's probably some dude who lives next to like a construction site and they have to work at night, dude. And that's like a fucking sound of like a crane hitting like the back of a truck or something like that, dude. Or is it?
Something just flew over my house.
This is fake and
I just
Iggy
compared the
Azalea's
sound
booty,
of this
dude.
video to the sound of the helicopter footage I posted a few days ago. Whatever this was, it was definitely not a helicopter. Thank God, one of my friends is still alive. He just texted me.
Okay, dude. Danyan. Okay, dude.
Now we have another
Chat, I'm
problem.
asking the whole part.
This guy's been standing completely still with his back towards me. I have no idea how long he's been standing there.
Just go yell at him or something?
Whoever was standing up
Can't. I'm skipping this one. This one's just bad.
most definitely doesn't. Anxiety War is a channel that I've been following for quite a few years now, and I want to talk about his old content. The channel is run by a guy named Zach, and while he hasn't done anything disturbing himself, he's had quite a heavy hand in exposing child predators, vigilante style, through his YouTube channel. Unfortunately, if you head over to Zach's channel today, you'll come to realize that his content has most definitely changed and his direction has taken a complete 180 from his old days of busting child predators online. While this is so, there is one video that he's left up, and it's exactly how all of his old content was when I first found him. If you're curious as to why this channel has gone through a sudden change, the reason is simple. While Zach was successful in putting 7 men in jail through Anxiety War, he was actually sued by 2 of them. This basically threw him into the spotlight for quite a while as he faced these legal battles alongside police scrutiny for taking the subject matter into his own hands. YouTube also cracked down on him, essentially, temporarily, forcing his videos off of the platform and onto his own site, anxietywar.com. Ironically, that URL now redirects you to his YouTube channel with his new content. Anyway, back to the topic of the original Anxiety War. Zach's format was simple. Disguise yourself as an underage girl or boy, go to online sites where predators are rumored to lurk, lure one to you by sweet-talking with them, and after days or even weeks,
Okay,
agree to
dude,
meet up with them.
we get the point, man.
What the predators don't for a YouTube video, and that they're not actually meeting up with an underage kid at all. They're meeting up with Zach, who set out to expose them to the world and put them behind bars. Here's a portion of one of his confrontations with what he calls one of the most bizarre predators he's ever encountered.
I could write a book about all the lies and misconceptions that you hear in the media and in the comment section. Or I can encapsulate that all just by sharing one experience I had recently. And that was, someone said that I had become overweight. I've never really been too much in depth with this guy. But I think my experiences with him, what he has done, should be highlighted, unlike some of the other people that I've confronted. Because this guy was the most bizarre predator I've seen. And it was really crazy. I think everyone should see what all this guy has done.
Leaked.
And I wanted to emphasize a point that I made in my previous video: how dangerous it is to confront him and how stupid it is.
Taco Bell, punch him.
Given that there have been real victims.
Ah!
He said, "Here's a pic I won't get in trouble for."
Ah! It's safe?
And in the very next photo, he unveiled what he was hiding and said, "Oops." I think that was a fairly good intro for him. He sent another photo. "I'm thinking there's nothing wrong with showing you a picture of my balcony." And there he stood.
He's gonna turn right, probably. If he turns right, that's our guy. Oh, dude, he's gonna turn right. It's him. It's him.
What he was doing was he bypassed Taco Bell and he went around the back, and he was combing the area behind Taco Bell. He was going through all these little side streets and stuff. I know the area very well. So I knew what he was doing, and at one point we went right by each other, and then I saw his face, and of course I'm just some 20-year-old in a car, but we bypassed each other. I thought, that's the dude, and I was just so excited. I knew I would see him at Taco Bell. Eventually, I knew eventually he would settle.
Okay.
I knew he had a lot to lose. I feared me saying, hey, dude, what you did is sick and wrong, and I know you did this, and I know you did that, etc., etc. I feared talking about that because I didn't want him to react a certain way. So I left it at that. I just said, hey, how you doing? I'll show you the video.
Wow. How's it going? Where are you going? All right, stay here. Wait, I gotta talk to you. He's leaving. What a loser. He's after the little girl.
Yo, why is he chasing him down, dude?
I'll link his entire video down below, and it's an incredibly interesting watch to see how this sick individual sent videos and photos to what he thought was an underage girl. Also, if you search the term anxiety war on YouTube, you can find re-uploads of all of his old content scattered around other channels. Definitely give those a look as well.
This is like an illegal version of fucking To Catch a Predator by
Why
fucking
am I
Chris
talking
Hansen.
about this guy? Well, it seems that after Zach's unfortunate fallout with YouTube and the police, he seemed to spawn a movement across the platform known as the Creep Catchers. These people could be any ordinary person with a camera and a desire to expose creeps much like Zach did, and if you search the term on YouTube, you'll find Creep Catchers videos from all over the world.
4K views, dude.
These guys have taken direct inspiration from Zach and turned it into something that's, while risky and illegal, a very noble cause. This should be setting off a red flag for many of you. Yes, there are creeps all around you, and yes, they could very easily be any everyday person that you might encounter. These predators all have lives and families, and it's evident on their Facebook pages that are usually shown after they're caught. What these guys are doing under all the ordinary Facebook lives and rushes of work and family is truly something dark and disturbing, and it's unbelievably striking how widespread this issue is. These types of people also always have the cookie-cutter excuse that they weren't actually going to pursue the child. Instead, they were going to teach them a lesson and educate them, blah blah blah. Creep Catchers and Anxiety War were on the right track, doing the work that the police wouldn't. While frowned upon in the US, hopefully someday we can create a system where willing civilians and law enforcement are able to work together to catch these creeps that lurk on the same internet.
Chris Hansen does that, isn't it?
Over to your children every single day.
Now, this, dude, X was usually pretty good, but this one video is not that good, I don't know why. Isn't that called entrapment or something like that? Yes. Is that not it? Entrapment?
Last week, police were called to the residence of a man living in Phoenix, Arizona to arrest a woman named Jacqueline Claire Aids. Aids was involved in a disturbing stalking incident with the man and allegedly turned violent very quickly. The guy, who's unidentified, apparently met Aids through an online local dating service. Through this, they hit it off quickly and went on only one date. Things began to get weird afterwards, though. Aids would begin to endlessly text the man,
Who's
going as
Aids?
far as to send him upwards of over 65,000 text messages, and he claims that she sent anywhere from 400 to 500 texts per day. Most of these messages were very disturbing, and she made insane claims such as statements saying that she would bathe in his blood and that she wants his body parts. It doesn't even stop there, though. She then began to vigorously stalk him, showing up at his place of work and claiming that she was his wife.
What?
What finally led to her arrest was when the man was out of the country. She showed up to his home during this time frame, and he was only able to find out due to wireless cameras placed throughout his property. After witnessing her in his house, he called the police, who promptly showed up to find her there. They claimed that in her car that was parked in his driveway was a butcher knife, and she could have very likely had a disturbing intention for having it. She claims that she never intended to hurt the man and is facing intimidating, stalking, and harassment charges. There's another part of this that I'd like to share with you, though.
If that was a dude, he would have gotten fucking life. Okay, I'm kidding.
Recently, an interview has been released of her from prison, where she makes statements that she was in love with him and that nobody quite gets it. Take a look.
I felt like I met my soulmate and everything was just the way it was. And I thought we would just do what everybody else did and we would just like get married and everything would be fine, but that's not what happened.
65,000 text messages. That's like
That's
next
it?
level stuff.
To me, it seemed like more.
Seemed like more than 65,000?
To me, yeah. That's
Isn't that kind of excessive?
Love is an excessive thing.
Can you understand why people think this is a little bit out there?
Oh, yeah.
Are you a crazy person?
No.
Tell us, who are you? Like, what do you want?
I'm the person that just...
Let's be honest, dude. Whoever is the interviewer should get fucking fired on the spot. Who the fuck asked, are you a crazy person?
Are you a crazy person?
No.
Tell us, who are you? Like, what do you want?
I'm the person that discovered love, the equation to light. Einstein discovered the equation to light. It's E equals mc squared.
Yeah.
To finish that equation, everything we see is made out of light. Everything. And the composition of the light that it's made out of.
Jackie, some of those messages don't sound like love. They sound like threats.
When you're finding love, not everything is perfect. This was a
Yeah.
journey. And I wanted to apologize because nobody would ever be more sorry.
Would you have really hurt him?
No. I love him. So the rest of the equation is
Fucking crazy.
3. L equals 3.3 times E equals mc squared, and that's the equation of eternal love.
I can only imagine the kind of torment that this guy went through when dealing with her. This entire situation just goes to show that you never really know who you're actually meeting up with on these dating sites. You could, very easily, be unknowingly walking into your next real-world nightmare. Thank you so much for joining me in Volume 3 of Disturbing Things from Around the Internet.
Okay, chat. Listen, this was not as good as the first ones. We're not going to gain, boys. We watched too many videos today. Chat, listen. We might watch episode 3, 4 next time. Listen, I'm going to play 1 USCS or 2 and go to bed. I can want to get my arms...
Hi, smile.
I feel like playing like Friday games, dude, I don't get the juice out, man. It's kind of annoying. I don't feel like I'm like exercising that much. Like my brain, I feel like I'm
shit
going
my
soft.
pants. I can feel the shit dripping down my ball sack. Help me.
Okay, thanks for all the react friends, boys. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching videos with us. I'm just gonna play like a game of Counter-Strike before going to bed. And if you're new here, dude, thanks for...
React Andy Omega lol.